The more convoluted a person's life path, the more difficult it is to alter their direction. But we're always drawn to characters on difficult paths. It's just human curiosity. The journey from darkness to light is a classic tale, a redemption arc, or a vengeance arc. From villains to anti-heroes, these figures have all wreaked havoc on their surroundings. Good narrative can help us comprehend their situation, their animosity, and the difficulty of altering their reality. However, when they ultimately make the right choice, it is often at a considerable personal cost. Here are some well-known character arcs, as well as a few unexpected choices that take a different approach to salvation. Today, we're looking at iconic movie villains that redeemed themselves. So here we go. First up is Jules from Pulp Fiction. The films brought on by Quentin Tarantino are about violence and our relationship with it. It's handled responsibly at times, and less so at others. But he has made one film that is really moral without being forced or didactic, and that is Pulp Fiction. In the finale, Jules, a contract assassin, wrestles with his morality. He goes through several readings of a holy passage he's been obsessed with. Initially, it's a cool line to shout at his victims before killing them, but it grows increasingly complex. With a gun pointed at a couple of small-time criminals in a diner, it plays rather organically. He realizes that they are weak and that he is the tyranny of evil men, but he tries very hard to be a shepherd, and he abandons them. Next up is Boromir from The Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring. The basic question of The Lord of the Rings has always been what to do with the Ring of Power. Boromir is among those who believe it is better to use it for good rather than commit it to two hobbits, who will take it to the enemy's realm and discard it. Hobbits, on the other hand, are less prone to be enticed by it. Men who are stronger than hobbits are more prone to believe that they are up to the task of wielding it, only to come up short. Boromir falls victim to this trap. He resists the Fellowship, goes against its professed objective, and attempts to take the ring by force for his people. Then, he's devastated with shame and doubt for betraying Frodo. His atonement comes in the form of staking his life to preserve what remains of the Fellowship. And before dying, he recognizes Aragorn as the greater man and addressing him as captain and king. Up next is Bob Ford from the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. Bob, who has been bullied his entire life and has found refuge in books about the legendary Jesse James, has a thirst for great things. The irony of the scene in which he recites the lines, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, blessed are them that mourn, blessed are the meek," is that he is none of them. When he assassinates his idol, he hopes to take his place. However, he is instead remembered as a cowardly villain. Bob does finally show maturity in the amazing epilogue. He can smile at his former self when he says the line, "I was only 20 years old then." He's filled with regret. His realization that there's nothing good for him in the cards he reads is a subtle admission that he played the game of life incorrectly, and he'll pay the price. He resigns himself to fate and appears to accept it by the end of the assassination of Jesse James. Our next spot goes to Beast from Beauty and the Beast. While not being the film's main antagonist, we are told in the prologue that Beast had a black heart and was cursed. Therefore, his external appearance matches what he was on the inside, that being a monster. Throughout the film, he seeks repentance, and he gets a transformation as a result of this. He finally gains this metamorphosis after gaining Belle's complete trust and devotion. And our final spot goes to Darth Vader in Star Wars Episode 6: Return of the Jedi. He was predicted to be the one who would bring the Force back into balance, but first, he nearly ruins it. In the grand scheme of things, evil must be allowed to run its course before balance can be reached. It's an old concept that can be found even in the Bible. God promises Abraham and his descendants a good place, but only after they had been oppressed for 4 generations. When the persecutor's sin reached its full measure, equilibrium will be restored. Though Obi-Wan Kenobi doesn't realize it as he reluctantly fights his students in Episode 3, Anakin's descent into the dark side will go much further before he fulfills the ultimate act of redemption, striking down the Sith Lord and saving his own son's life. So there you have it, folks. Did you like today's video? Let us know down in the comments below what your favorite movie redemption arc is. With that, we're going to wrap this up though, so if you enjoyed it, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more incredible videos like this one. We hope to see you guys in the next video, but until then, I'll catch you later.